This is the Star Wars The Black Series from Star Wars The Mandalorian. Q9-0 or Zero. Q9-0? How do you pronounce that? I remember him as Zero. I picked it up at my local Toys R Us store for a whopping $32. Unbelievable, the inflation of Hasbro products right now. Let's get this guy out of packaging. Here is Zero out of packaging, and you know what? I was totally... I had a script prepared how I was going to nitpick about this figure, but I guess I'm not going to do that anymore because this figure turned out way better than I expected. I was about to say, oh, it's not accurate to the show. They're missing a few details here and there, but he's actually pretty spot on, dead on, quite accurate as can be. This is as good as it gets, folks. I'm incredibly surprised at how much detail went through to making this figure and how close he is to the actual how he looked like on the show, the actual appearance of the character on the show. It's absolutely stunning. It's an absolutely amazing, well-engineered figure, well-designed figure, and he's got some incredible articulation to boot. We'll talk about articulation a little later on, but let's just talk about the details of this figure. He's got this Boba Fett gun. Obviously, they recycled this one somewhere from Boba Fett. It's pretty accurate to how it looked like on the show. It's got this really nice glossy finish, reflective finish. I love the way they painted the stock. Really cool. Let me just show you guys very quickly some screen caps of how he was on the show, and I'll tell you what I'm talking about. And look at this. I thought the plastic could be shinier or should be a little bit chromed out or something like that, but when I looked at the screen caps, look at that. Look how accurate Hasbro got that. Yeah, the eyes could use a little bit more chrome, but overall, I think it's a pretty good representation. Like I said, the eyes could use a little bit more chroming, but that's just nitpicking. It looks great as it is. The sculpt on the head looks actually pretty good. They even put a little bit of that rust going on, and let me show you a little bit more what I'm talking about. See, there's a little bit of rusting on his armor, and they actually put that here on the figure as well. They didn't make it such a very clean figure. The brass on his forearm might be a little inaccurate, but I'm gonna say it is pretty accurate. The harness with the pockets on, I mean, they got it right. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good likeness on how this droid looked on the show. Just looking at that detail, you see this head sculpt. It is absolutely well sculpted, amazing. Shoulder pads, gauntlets, some wiring on the gauntlets, really nice metallic gold paint on the forearm. The harness, I mean, this harness just really makes the figure pop. Get some nice details on the legs. Just overall a fantastic figure, just well sculpted, well designed. I mean, come on, it doesn't get any better than this. Let's talk about articulation for a moment. He's got I guess this is a triple ball joint. He's got a ball joint up top, a ball joint at the bottom of the peg, and another ball joint at the base of the neck. So, wow, lots of neck articulation, so you can really do a lot of that. I detect something weird. There is something on this ship. And that's not my best impression of Richard Ayoade, but okay, he's got a ball jointed upper torso. Very cool. The shoulders hinge, allow you to move up, move out, forward and backward. A little tight moving clockwise, but anti-clockwise, it works fine. And again, they've got this soft PVC material for the shoulder pads that's linked to that swivel hinge on the shoulder, which just moves coincides the movement as you move the arm forward and backward, in and out. That's great. They've been doing a lot of that with the Marvel Legends. I'm happy they're doing it with the Black Series. Hinge elbows that swivel, I guess. A little bit hindered by this molding on the wires, but that's fine. Very nice wire molding. I hope it doesn't break after a while. I mean, yeah, these things kind of get brittle over time. The forearm is on a swivel, the wrists on a swivel, and hinges. This particular, the trigger, the gun pistol or the pistol grip fist goes up and down, while this one goes in and out. The hips are on ball joints. It's a wide range of motion for those hips. I didn't think you could do that split right here. I thought they were I actually thought they were just going to recycle C-3PO, but they actually made a brand new mold for this one. Look at that thigh swivel, lots of range of motion. Yeah, a swivel knee and a hinge. Ankles. For some size comparisons, let me just bring in what I thought they would just copy. So here is my Bandai model kit C-3PO. You can clearly see the resemblance. He is a reprogrammed protocol droid, as what the bio says, and as he was on the shows. You can see some of the similarities going on here and there, but I'm glad they made a completely new mold. And here he is with Mando. Yeah, the scale is perfect. It's an absolute gem to put on your shelf if you're trying to complete the cast of The Mandalorian. I am incredibly pleased at how well this figure came out. It's so accurate, and he's got amazing articulation to boot. The figure is going to get, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. I was about to give it an 8 because I thought of all those nitpick comments I was going to do about how it's not accurate. But looking at the pictures now, the only thing really missing is a little bit more chrome on the eyes and maybe a little bit more weathering on the leather straps of his harness. But I mean, 9.5 out of 10, I think should be the more accurate rating, but I am just so impressed with the figure. I'm going to bump it up to 10 out of 10. It is a perfect representation of Q9-0 or 0 on the show. Man, I mean, don't look for the imports. This Hasbro figure is a pretty incredible representation of this killer droid. Let me know in the comment section what you think of 0 from the Mandalorian in the Black Series line. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.